Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Thank you, Keanu Reeves. And yes, I'm gonna get that game. Somebody is gonna get Cyberpunk 2077. And I am. Here's the thing. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a punk in some things, but I love Fallout. I would consider myself an apocalyptic punk. If I were to say what punk genre I was belonging to, not really Steam. I like Steam. I like the aesthetic of Steam. Cyberpunk is pretty badass because I think it's pretty awesome. I like it. Diesel punk is another one that needs to be at the forefront again because it's the 1950s but with diesel engines. You know what I mean? And here's the funny part, there has been a diesel punk movie, and you're not gonna believe which one it is. It's Mouse Hunt. I'm dead serious. Look at that movie. There's nothing. It doesn't fit in any reality whatsoever. So yeah, okay, all right. Intro. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Coffee with James. I'm James, and this show you're watching right now, where a man in a robe is talking to you, is my morning coffee show. Yes, it is, because it is 6:31. Let's get to the discussion of the day. And the discussion of the day is a few things I want to talk about. And that is, the first thing on my mind today is not the Ridley Scott's I Am Legend with Arnold Schwarzenegger. No. Today I'm talking about, apparently people are getting their wish. The DC fans and the Zack Snyder fanboys, which I am, one of the Zack Snyder fanboys, are getting their wish. We're getting the Snyder cut, and honestly, I'll be the contrarian. I'll play both sides of this. I'll play the contrarian first. Do we really need it? Now, granted, a lot of people don't like Man of Steel. Excuse me, I just flipped you off. A lot of people don't like Man of Steel. No, a lot of people don't like Man of Steel, and I think it's a good movie. I really do think it's a really underappreciated movie because it's not the Superman movie of Christopher Reeves. It's not a good... I don't get, the non-Superman fans when they, there's Superman fans that don't like it, but there's also non-Superman fans who don't like it, who are like, that's not my Superman. You're the same people who were screaming about how Superman was overly powerful, or some shit like that, but now you're screaming that he's too underpowerful and he couldn't save the city, and it's like, what movie are you watching? And it's like, we as a society are very unappreciative of that, and I'm like, yo, it's about a man trying to figure out who he is until he becomes the Superman. He doesn't call himself Superman, he earns that title. And I really do like Zack Snyder's Superman movie. I'm sorry, Man of Steel is not a bad movie, period. Deal with it. But Batman v Superman, yeah, that movie has a lot of flaws in it, but it's still a well-made Superman movie, Batman and Superman movie. And I wish Ben Affleck would stick around to make a Batman movie. And then here's what I would do if I were to do a Batman movie, bring back the sidekicks. If I were to make another Batman movie, I would bring in Tim Drake as Batman. Tim Drake as Robin, and kind of explore that, try to get Batman from out of that gritty darkness to more honorable, more stern, Batman, from the animated series. Somebody who isn't just brooding all the time, but has this kind of humor about himself, where he's more playing it more like a straight man rather than, yeah, something's bleeding. How Josh, which, by the way, I like Justice League, but Joss Whedon, I'm sorry, that you can do that with the Avengers, you can't do that with the DC heroes. And I feel like that's where Zack Snyder got fucked over. Suicide Squad, a flawed fun movie. It's not perfect, and yes, there is many things that are wrong with it, especially with Jared Leto's Joker, which his performance in it, I love. I love the idea of him being kind of more creepy and more touchy-feely. Oh god, this guy, people made a comment, Heath Ledger's Joker might kill you. Jared Leto's Joker might rape you. And it's like, what? None of those two are, like, good options. He's still a crazy clown man. But the thing that doesn't sell it is the tattoo across his forehead that says damage. I really think if they were to wanted to fix him, they should have made the tattoo a fake. And, like, say, imagine in a scene where he beats up, like, a guy to death and he gets blood on his face and he starts wiping it off and half the tattoo gets removed and Harley Quinn goes, Mr. J, there's your tattoo. And he looks in a mirror and he goes, crap. Harley, could you, alright, fine, it's all going. And it's like, it's a fake. Because that would be the brilliance. We just trolled the audience and being like, look, the Joker they're doing that tattoo, fine, we'll get rid of it. It's not real. Gone. That would have been fucking brilliant. But then again, nothing can beat Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I mean, wow. But then again, it has to be, you can't really mix that into that universe right there. I would say Wonder Woman was fun. I think Wonder Woman was a really damn good movie. And a really good middle finger to Marvel, which, by the way, they have become cocky and arrogant. I'm not going to lie about that. Ever since, like, Guardians of the Galaxy, or, my problem with the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that every one of them just plays out like a comedy way too much. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, like, okay, you can have humor, but it's like, to what point can you not, like, stop, making jokes? You know what I mean? Thor Ragnarok had this problem where it was jumping back and forth between, like, serious moment where he's having it with his father, and then, comedy, he's a goofball, It's like, and granted, Marvel has had humor in it, but I don't think it had, like, smack you in the face humor. It's like, do you think it's funny? No, I don't think it's funny. You know what joke I do think is funny? Knock, knock. Who's there? It's the police, ma'am. Your son's been hit by a drunk driver. He's dead. Sorry. I just had a rough day. I had a rough couple of weeks, Murray. After I, killed those 3 Wall Street guys. You gotta see Joker. It's really damn good. No, what was I saying? But yeah, but some of those movies had flaws in it. But then again, like, I feel like nobody was helping Zack Snyder to be like, look, we want to make this the DC cinematic universe. We want to make this the cinematic universe that pops out, like, and to, like, really, like, give Marvel, like, a run for their money, and to be like, have Marvel go, ha ha ha, they're not gonna be as popular as, oh shit, like that kind of moment, like. DC needed guys in there to be like, who knew the story, who knew the characters and all that stuff. Hell, even that Birds of Prey movie did fucking poorly because it was just like male bashing the movie. And I'm tired of like male bashing the movie. And granted, there are movies I like that are very much feminist movies, like Tank Girl, I find fun. But then again, I'm an apocalypse punk, so which is a little taboo nowadays, if you know what I mean. But no, I am excited for the Zack Snyder cut. I am, because on that end, it's like, I want to see what his vision would have looked like. And granted, I like the fact that, like, in the original, in the Sweden cut, they put in Steppenwolf to kind of give you this idea that, there's, in the Marvel Universe, Thanos is the big baddie. Like, this is like the Thanos, like, this guy is the ultimate bad guy. But in the DC Universe, there's multiple Thanoses. There's multiple guys who are uber powerful who will destroy you. And Darkseid sits on top of that throne up there. Like, Death Battle did a comparison between the two. And guess who won? Darkseid, because Darkseid is. Thanos is just a Titan physical form who killed a bunch of people just to impress death. That was it. That was in the comic. It wasn't this whole glorious, eugenics bullshit. It was just to impress death. Lady Death. And I find that hilarious. I really do find that hilarious. It's like, in comic, just impress death. in movie, I have this deep philosophical. No, you're just impressing death in the comics. But no, Darkseid will put you through torture and agony and put you in multiple universes where you just die horrifically. He'll put you in hell, basically. What am I gonna say though? But yeah, I want to see what Zack Snyder does, because I want to see his version of the Justice League and how that movie played out. I do, and I don't care how people react, because I do like the seriousness of the DC universe that he brought. Like, look, a lot of people shit on him as a director, but he didn't. I still haven't seen Dawn of the Dead, and I still do want to see it. His remake. 300, I thought was an amazingly good film. A lot of people don't like it because it's like, oh, it's, you know, male pandering, penis pandering. It's like, well, you know what? It's about, like, it's a very, like, heroic story about 300 men fighting an entire army. Like, that's pretty badass. I'm sorry, but we don't make films like John Milius used to make. Like, again, I come back to this, and yes, that guy also directed Red Dawn, and, you know, other movies that were pretty much macho, like philosophically macho. You know, it's in that same vein. It's in that same vein, in that sense. What am I thinking now? But, you know, and especially Watchmen, and also Watchmen was a what is wrong with my language? Ugh. Okay. Watchmen was a really damn good film, and in my mind, ahead of its time, because nowadays you have movies that are like deconstructing the superhero genre. This did it first, and, you know, was okay to be set in a universe where it was like a comic book universe. Like, it was over the top and hyper realistic. And that's what I like about it, you know? I used to be somebody who was like, I used to say that was my number one movie. I was like, yeah, that's my number one movie. The truth is that my number one movie will always be Ghostbusters. The reason why I was defending Watchmen was because I wanted the genre to grow, you know what I mean? But it was growing anyways, but, you know. Sounding like a douchebag and repetitive, but hey, what are you gonna do? But yeah, I'm excited. I want to see what they do. I really do want to see what they do with this. And HBO Max decided, okay, fine, let's release the Snyder cut. And I'm excited for what they're gonna do. And I want to see Zack Snyder direct again. Oh, by the way, Sucker Punch. I have not seen Sucker Punch, but honestly, I'm gonna check it out. I do want to check out Sucker Punch, because again, Zack Snyder's not a bad action director. He's nothing like Michael Bay. Which, honestly, like, people will compare him to that, but Michael Bay has become kind of, like, stuck in that format where he's like, you know, it's like, give a dog a bone. Come on now. Alright. And my thoughts on Justice League, I thought it was fun. I thought it was adventurous. It kind of reminded me of the animated series a little bit. But I think the animated series did it better. But then again, that's because you had people who were like fans of this stuff and like cared about the fans and wanted to create something not just for kids but just for adults. Everybody, you know, everybody can enjoy a story about superheroes. You know what I mean? It's like, but you have to tell it like in a way that's good for kids, you know, that's not insulting for teens, and, you know, thoughtful for adults. I mean, that's how you do it, you know. But if you don't, you're going to end up with Teen Titans Go, which is a cancerous show. Alright, what's next on the agenda? What is next on the agenda? What would I also want to talk about? There was something else that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it was. So give me a second to look it up. Oh, here's something I want to talk about. I want to talk about the end of... I want to talk about a little bit about this whole crisis that's been going on recently and the whole lockdown, because again, I already talked about it in my other video, but to me, oh, what was it? Is it the lockdown or is it something else? Oh, apparently, like, okay, here's a story for you that involves everything that's been going on recently. So there's a story that's been going around Instagram and a video of I don't know what the circumstances are, but apparently from what I gathered, it is a nursing home worker, a black nursing home worker, yes, I'm going to mention the race, punching and beating up an old white man. I don't know why he did it. I really don't know why he did it. All I can assume is that he was just being an asshole. Now, granted, there's certain words you can call this person, but the few words I would select are evil, arrogant, and just straight up, ruthless. And he's an asshole. Like, and to me, this is just unhealthy. Like, people talk about, like, how oppressed the black man is in this country, and I agree with you, they're oppressed, but to ignore shit like this, it's like, this is not helping your cause. This is not helping your cause for the black man in this country, which, by the way, a lot of people talk about if a white person died, the Fox News would be covering it. No. I'm going to disagree with that because, people have been buying into that, and it's like, the truth is, it's like, if Zimmerman, may I mention Zimmerman? How everybody in the nation went freaked out. If a white man kills a black man, they'd be freaking out. They'd be freaking out how racist our country is, how Nazism is happening in our country, how sinisterism is, all the, the base words. I mean, there was a mass shooting that happened in Los Angeles, and I think it was Los Angeles, but, I wasn't, like, shocked, because people are going to freak out about, this whole lockdown thing, and yet you're surprised that people are, it's going to cause more gun confiscations, more gun bans. I'm going to be honest with people, like, I'm really sick of our fucking culture right now. I really am. Like, and I'm back to this whole beating up an old elderly man thing. What the fuck is the matter with you? What, because he's white? I feel like blacks are becoming the new racists. You know what I mean? Like, nobody talks about black racism in this country, where it's like black people being racist towards everybody else. We accept that, and I'm tired of that shit. But when and granted, I'm not accepting of white racism, or white people are racist. I don't accept any racism whatsoever, nor supremacy. I already talked about that in my other video, but I don't respect the people who constantly bash white people because a few others in down south, which, by the way, for those who are bashing all the rednecks down south, you don't live there. You live in, like, the colonial cities up here. You don't live down in the south, where there are black rednecks, by the way. Have you seen a black redneck? I ask every black person who lives in this area, in the northern areas, to go down south and observe a black redneck. And I'll tell you the horror stories, my friend. But this is my issue, though. This is my issue. This racism towards white people. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. White people have not had the best track record when it comes to other races. But we are not inherently evil, as CNN will say, or MSNBC would say. Because think about it. If a white person says, oh, we're inherently evil, it's ask that white person, do you think you're evil? I'm not evil. I'm not evil. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm tired of this shit. And this one kid who just, beat up an old white man. What, because he's white and you can get away with it? I'm sorry, but beating up an elderly person, I don't care if he's black, white, Asian, whatever race he is, assaulting an elderly person is like picking on a crippled or a child. That man can't defend himself anymore. And then granted, this is why I also support the Second Amendment. So that old man can defend himself against some punk like him. And he's a punk. Alright? I feel like Samuel L. Jackson, I feel like Bruce Willis in Die Hard 3, where Samuel L. Jackson's tempting Bruce Willis to say the N-word, and he just turns around to Samuel L. Jackson and calls him an asshole! You're an asshole! That's what you are! That's what the fuck you are! You want me to say the N-word so you can point out how racist white people are, you bigot? And I'm furthermore, we do have a Nazi problem in this country, a Nazi communist problem. Look at CNN, look at MSNBC, look at all these networks that are just blatantly, oh, Trump's a racist, you racist Nazi. It's like, and then you call whites apparently evil, or better yet, any black person that is not Democrat, who is Republican, you call an Uncle Tom. Oh, you didn't ask him what, and a traitor. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were all kumbaya. I'm sorry. The next time, when a black person shoots another black person, ask me this. If that's part of the community's guidelines. Only blacks are allowed to kill blacks. It's like, no, any death like that. And don't tell me it's a white man's game. I hate hearing that. Because if there was a white man's, if it was really a white man's game, why the fuck am I living in my parents' house? Why the fuck am I? If that's the case, then I would be moved out of here. And I keep talking about this because it's like, this is the divide that is driving. This is the spike that's dividing us. You black people, you really don't know what white culture is. In fact, there's multiple layers of white culture. There's Irish culture, there's Italian culture, there's Polish, there's Jewish, there's English, there's French, Swedish, Dutch. Do you think all of Europe, all the white nations of Europe love each other? No, we also hate each other. It's like Asia. Not all Asian people like each other, But here in America, they all kind of come together. When they were doing a documentary about, George Takei playing Sulu, the first Asian on TV, the first, character he was playing, the guy who plays him in the new movies now was even though he was Japanese, and he was Korean, he was still cheering him on because there was an Asian on TV, It was that, once you come, it was that unity of, there's an Asian person on TV. Unlike, it's not like Africa, which, by the way, Africa, they wouldn't give a shit. And this is not me bashing black people. I'm not. But have you ever gone in Africa? You're causing genocide to a race over there. And guess who? The whites. The white farmers over there. Because they're white. And you're okay with that. Because you want your revenge for slavery. I know, slavery was awful, but it's still going on in other parts of the world. Go ahead, call me a racist, call me white nationalist or something with white. By the way, if you want to really hurt me where it hurts, by the way, I'm Irish. I have Irish, French, Dutch, maybe German. Actually, I'm going to go Dutch, German descent. I also have a bit of Scottish in me, so you can pick on my, alcoholism and call me a Mick, Patty, whatever, pig shit Irish. French, call me a coward or call me a cheese-eating, wine-drinking swine. Call me a German, chocolate-loving weirdo, German fetish shit. I don't care. And then you can call me a kilt-wearing, Scotsman. It's not just cracker. It's like, I'm sorry, your insults are kind of weak. Cracker and honky? What, because I'm salty? Because I honk when I talk? I know. Half my audience is gonna go away, and I know who it's gonna be, but, yo, as, I know it's gonna be funny to be like, listen, sir, before I insult you, what's your last name? It's McMurphy. Okay, let's see, McMurphy, Irish insults, let me see. Okay, you potato-eating fag. It's like, ooh, excuse me for the fag word. Oh, I did it again. But you know what? I'm sorry. Eminem got away with saying the F word so many times. Yet, nowadays it's not fair for the LGBTQT. It's like, people use that word all the time. Eminem used it, but now everybody loves Eminem. And especially the left now, because now he's made fun of Donald Trump. Yes, I couldn't go without saying anything about Donald Trump, but god damn. And I know this video is going to be weird, because I went from DC Comics to this, the weirdest transition, but I don't give a shit anymore. I really don't. Then again, I'm not gonna say anything. Thankfully I didn't say the N-word, so that's like the one big no-no. And I have said the N-word before, and I got my ass kicked for that. That's when I learned, when I was when I was in elementary school. That's when I learned, like, oh, the N-word is very, like, sensitive for black people. I shouldn't say that. But I'll tell that story in another video. If you want to know why I said it, because I was in the sense of, like, a scientist, like, figuring out, what happens if I mix gasoline and fire? What would happen if I did this? Okay, that's what happens. And that's what it was like. So no, yeah, I know how, like, harmful that word is. But, you know, most insults are. Like, you know, the pig shit Irish one is very insulting, too. Like, and plus, here's the thing, too. Black people. If an Irish person is calling you that word, just remember, he's trying to pick a fight with you, and he's trying to get you enraged. The best thing to do against that is to just breathe in and just ignore it. Just ignore it. Because he's not being racist. He just wants to fight you, and he wants to get you off balance. That's the truth. That's the real truth of why Irish people will insult your culture or your race or something like that. Because they're trying to go for the one thing that can get you off balance. Because anger is a spark, my friend. It drives people to do things, you know, when anger and happiness, and when you're angry but you're focused, it's like a concentrated fire. It's, you know, you can get things done, great. But when it becomes out of control, it becomes rage, and it's a wildfire. Utterly useless. Thank you, Sticks. For those who haven't watched Daredevil, I suggest watching the original Daredevil series, but you know, seasons 1 and 2. So, which I think was a really great show that Marvel did, and now they have nothing. All right, I think we've gone long enough. Thank you for watching this Morning Coffee with James, the Friday edition, the Cyberpunk Friday edition. I hope you liked it. Please comment below what you think about the DC. I know they should have been 2 separate videos, but tell me what you think about the DC, about the Justice League Snyder Cut, and about, you know, and tell me what you think about the whole incident where the black kid was beating up that white elderly person in that hospital. I mean, look it up, too. I'm not saying anything. I'm not making the story up. So, yeah. Comment below what you think. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this video. I'm going to say the typical YouTuber shit because I'm going to get known. So, peace. And have a great Friday. Love you all. Bye.